Hello, YouTube. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. It could be a dream come true or a nightmare. This is the RV that I mentioned in the previous videos. And it is a beast. You can see the side here is kind of bulging out because it had water leak. It had a leaking roof that leaked and wet the whole thing down. Some of the problems you hear people mention about when they have an RV. And the step here, I think it's still good. But the interior, if you will see, was totally soaked and will need to be gutted out. Hi, are you John?
No, I'm not, sir.
All right. So you can see the whole floor is going to need to be replaced. I'm even afraid of stepping on anything. They got, basically, John said he bought this about 5 years ago. And you can see it is totally soaked through and will need to be replaced. The question is, can I handle this? It would need all new sides, all new walls, all the holes fixed. Everything rewired. Mechanically, it still runs. Well, I started it up. I don't know if it'll drive. I was told that it was driven here 3 years ago, and it's been sitting since. I think he started to do some work and then gave up on it. It's a lot of work. Basically, a complete regut. But it does come with it looks like it's got a nice stove, an oven, microwave, and a sink, cabinets, and a bathroom, and a bedroom. The question is, can I fix this? I could replace the wood, which, at least the back looks like it was done. Looks like it either didn't leak here or he has replaced the back wood, the back flooring. But these hallways and stuff will need new wood, new flooring cut to size. It does have, it's like a 30 footer. I'm walking along the edge here to try to minimize busting through. I'm handy with wood and could make a new floor for this. So that's not the issue. The concern is the walls. It looks like the main thing is to actually sit in a rainstorm in this thing and see if any more water is leaking through. But at one time, this was a very nice RV. It's got a little dinette area here, which could be changed or kept. I would probably, for now, keep it, just because it'd be a nice little kitchen area. It's got a TV even. And this area was like a sofa, I think, that can become a bed. So, potential sleeping spot here. You could make another little sofa here, but you can see the wood here is totally destroyed. It is just rotted. And the question is it rotted all the way through? How intact is this thing? This has to be gutted too. Everything has to be ripped out and replaced. So that is the big concern, is whether or not I can do this, and whether or not I'll have the funds to do this. I don't know if he redid this. It looks like he might have redid that side. He redid that side, and redid this side, or else that was original. I don't know if that's original or not. And then you got the bedding area here. This is a bunk bed system. I guess they have a metal frame. So everything sits on top of a metal frame, and then you just put the wood across. So this is going to take a lot of wood, which is kind of expensive. And the whole roof would have to be redone too, and re-insulated, as well as refinished. That is the question. Can I handle this big project? It is a major reno. Basically gutting everything and redoing it. Although, the other question is, how long I plan on keeping it and what I plan on doing with it. I'm hoping to take it to a certain location where I can park it and live out of it. So maybe it doesn't have to be real roadworthy, just movable. And I think if I can get the insulation here and put it in and just finish it, it won't look so scary. Whenever you look at the guts of something, the frame with all these things hanging down and stuff, it's kind of scary looking. I have to watch where I walk here, because this is the wood, and it looks like that's, I don't know what those pipes are coming out of there. Yeah, it's got a little dinette area here that you could make cushions and sit down. I see possibilities. He'll take the $1,200 for it. I think it may be doable. It's not much to look at right now, but in my mind, just being able to drive it to the location and park it there, then I can actually take my time to work on it. It'll be an ongoing project, not a one-day project for sure. The big problem is going to be no power. This thing doesn't look like it has a generator. I'd have to get a generator. Ooh, I want to walk through that. So definitely want to clean that out and get a new board in to walk around, because someone's going to step through it, and that's that. So maybe even rip out everything that's here and have nothing left. Woe is me. If you had more money, you could get a RV that was in better shape. But because we were only able to raise, like, we're like at about $1,000 on what we've raised. And I know we could wait. The other option is to wait and try to continue to raise more money and get a better vehicle. But I've been looking and looking, and I don't think I could find another RV for $1,200 that runs and drives. And even though the interior here is rather messed up, it's cosmetic. I think I can fix it. Look at that. See how that? I wonder what's underneath. I'd like to lift that up and look, but for now, we'll just look at this and have to try to get boards to replace that and give it at least a solid floor. I don't know what my wife would think. Probably yell at me. But the thing is, it'd be a home. It would be sort of a home if I could just fix it, redo everything. You see, this is a problem with all these holes. They have to be sealed in. You have to totally. This is where the ladder came through. So there's basically, it looks like nothing but plastic. I don't even think that's aluminum. I think it's plastic. So it needs a new wall, that's for sure. This is that insulation. You can see how cheap they make RVs. They have the insulation and they have the thin little flat board, which I could put in, but goodness, everything's like totally rotted through. Look at that. Wood is all rotted through. And when you have all the panels and everything in place, it looks nice. This part looks nice. take a bed mattress here. You gotta take a double or a queen. It's a decent sized bedroom. And there's a stand here for the TV. The TV used to go there, but now you would have a wall mounted TV. I guess maybe one that swings out, but probably have one mounted there if you want to watch TV. Looking at how bad everything is. My big thing would be mechanically, and then making sure it's sealed and not leaking. Because it's got holes everywhere. Like these holes need to be patched. The ladder would need something to attach to. This all needs to be patched. Fiberglass or something. And then look at this. Make sure that I'm standing on solid wood here. This is the roof itself. You can feel that is the roof. And whether or not that's leaking. Have to watch in the rain and see if any water comes in. Otherwise it has to totally be ripped out. Everything ripped off. Which would be a major project. But it's got like the frames and stuff. So if you ripped it all out and put on a new body, that's an option. You know, like even this, gotta watch where I stand here. Even this is kind of bad. Yeah, this is what happens if you don't have money to buy something that's already ready to roll. You end up trying to buy something that you think you can handle. I guess John, the guy who bought this initially, thought he could handle it, but then he just didn't have time or money or resources, and he gave up on it. Me, I'm thinking I could handle it. You know, guys get into these projects saying, yeah, I can handle that, no problem. I know there's problems. But yeah, this would make a nice little bunk area for another person. And the cool thing is there's plenty of standing room. This is like a mansion compared to Little Blue 2. Even has this fire extinguisher here already. So question is, what are all these wiring things? I don't know wiring. I'm not a wiring expert. Matter of fact, I'm not even an RV expert. I don't know anything. Okay, I don't want to step on that directly. This looks like a refrigerator. You know, that's the thing. It has nice, assuming, how do you open this? Oh, it's this side. This is the whole door right here. It's got a freezer, and it's a decent size, too. So, and the refrigerator portion needs to be cleaned out, but usable. It can run off, it says gas or electric. So this thing will run off gas or electric. So you can switch it. Just right now it says electric, I guess. Electric off, so it's on gas. I'd have to read the manual. This drawer needs to be replaced or something. It's kind of a mess. And you got closet space here for, try not to bust through everything. Hang some clothes here. Looks like there was at one time a leak there too. That's the key, is it still leaking? If I bought it, I probably wouldn't do any work just yet. I would have to wait for a big huge rainstorm and see how it does, because you don't want to put up the walls and then the rain come down and then you got a problem. Yeah, The other thing is all this. And rip out the old wood and put a new one, or you can just put a new layer on top. I know the correct way would be to rip it out, but if you just put a new layer on top, it'd be a lot faster. Easier, cleaner, I think. I may just make sure, you know, it's solid and stuff, put in the insulation, and either just patch that piece or get a whole new layer, you know, cut the sides and just redo the whole wall. It is certainly food for thought, and I've got to kind of make a decision because there's a lot of people looking at this, and for the price, you know, he wanted $2,000. People have come to look at it. I don't know if they've come to look at it or not, but after they see how much work it is, they pass on it. But if it's mechanically sound, this is essentially a frame for a tiny house on wheels. You know, that's a potential option, is just to... But see, it takes money to do stuff like that. It's wiring. You gotta have money to do anything, really. And when you don't have money... Yeah, it's an outlet. When you don't have money, that's a big deterrent on doing things. And looking here, look at the whole frame. What, the wood? It's all rotted through. There's nothing holding this together. So everything is kind of just missing. They build RVs really cheap. Look at that. But part of it has to do with lightness. They're trying to keep it light. Because the heavier something is, you know, if it's too heavy, you can't, really drive it anywhere. It's a vehicle. Well, let me know what you guys think. My gut feeling says grab it. If it's mechanically sound and can get out of here, and here's our carbon monoxide detector. If it's mechanically sound for $1,200, this is a vent, roof vent by the bedroom area. The no fan though. I don't know if the fan got removed or if there never was one. But looked like it had a curtain thing that went in the back, a rod that they installed. And of course, to control the temperature and everything, the pump, all the systems. I'd have to learn all of this. A really nasty toilet. But it does have a bathroom, which Little Blue didn't even have. Here's a fan and a vent. I wonder if this shuts. It doesn't want to shut. Okay, it is shutting. Keep any more rain from coming in, making it worse. Or he was venting it so it would air out. Yeah, this is all gonna have to be redone. Look at that. This is all gotta be redone. But at least it has a bathroom. This is a lot of work. Main thing though is if I got it and was able to drag it on location, I could try to get the bedroom done and work my way out. You know, because it doesn't have to be on the road other than to transport it. So getting it to the location, then parking it, Now, that isn't a permanent location either, so it eventually has to become roadworthy. But the key is, you know, can I buy myself enough time to do that? It looks like this bed lifts up and has storage underneath. Flips open and has storage. So I like the size in the sense of a house size. It is fairly large. As far as the work, it is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. I'm trying to see, the roof looks like it's kind of bent in a little bit. It's a little bit bent in towards the center. I don't know what was here. Something got cut out, or there was something here before. What to do? For $1,200 plus tax, tag, fees, and everything else, so under about $2,000, I could have a home that could be parked somewhere and possibly moved around. I don't know. I guess it depends on how well it becomes once you actually assemble it and fix it, and if you can get it mechanically sound. For me, though, you know, the thing that's making me really consider it, even though it's a lot of work, is just the fact that for the first time in a long time, I'd actually have a home where my wife can live with me. I know this isn't, for those women out there saying, oh, Denoy, this is a crappy home. I have vision. I think this stuff is repairable. As long as it's not leaking. Otherwise I have to rip apart the roof, rip apart the whole innards. But then you get a frame, you know, you get a frame of a house on wheels for $1,200. Most people say, well, for a little bit more you could get a bus, which is going to be a lot easier. It's already emptied. You can see if it leaks, and more than likely the buses don't leak. So RVs aren't built that good. But at the same time, you know, price is a big thing. And this has a stove top, an oven, microwave. Microwave's like not that big a deal, but having the ability to cook on here, I'm assuming this is a propane system, and a refrigerator, which if it runs off propane, you can get refrigeration. It gets kind of expensive, you know. Running it off electricity would be better. If I could get electrical working, that's assuming I could trust climbing on the roof and not fearing that it'll collapse, because everything is so weak right now. And if I put like real heavy duty wood in here, the thing will weigh a ton. RVs are already very heavy by their nature. So, you know, it already is heavy. Adding more wood will make it weigh even more. I'm looking at, it looks like he just cut out the rotted pieces, which, you know, what you kind of have to do. And it looks like he replaced it. This is a replaced piece, but it's already bowing. I don't know, maybe from weight. And I don't know. I think if I replace the flooring as the first thing, so that you don't walk through it and fall through, then cleaning it out and work from the bedroom on forward, this might be doable. As long as he didn't unhook all the plumbing and everything else, because I don't know how to wire an RV. You know, this stuff is. And then the second question is, how well do you want to redo it? But the big thing that determines that is, how much money do you have? And right now money is an issue, so I'm thinking minimal. It's broken. Minimal work done on it. Just enough for it to be moved and lived in. for a home base. If you saw how I lived in Hut 2.0 or lived at Camp Freedom, then you know that I've lived in worse. This is a luxury. Yeah, especially since you can move it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make an offer. And it is a crapshoot. With 2,000? I don't think so. But 1,200, yeah, if the vehicle runs well. But you don't really know if it runs well or not until I attempt to drive it out of here. It is a lot of work. Of course, I could wait and try to find a better vehicle, but you know, people are losing their homes. People are wanting RVs, and that's why some people are moving into vans and convert. The ones with money are getting like the Sprinter vans and doing a really nice job converting it. And this RV outside doesn't look too bad. We'll make one more pass outside. Inside, it needs a lot of work. I mean, a lot. And the key will be doing it economically. I definitely don't want to spend more than a couple thousand renovating it. You know, let's say $2,000 for the vehicle to buy and get it there, and tag, title, and everything. Then maybe another $2,000 to $3,000 to fix it. I think I can do that, assuming you know we don't have major engine or transmission problems. It's got like 68,000 miles on it, which is actually not too bad. But look at this. This needs to be cleaned and whatnot. But oh, he took the key. I guess the guy took the key. He didn't want me to take off in it. I can't start it back up. I tried to pop the hood and take a look at the oil level and see what it looks like. They suggested changing the oil and stuff. But I guess it's a leap of faith, right? You either take it and try to deal with it, or you say this is more than I can handle. And if I spend the money on it, I go back to no reserves, no money left. So it better work. And if I try to haul it and something happens, I'm screwed, pretty much. So these are things to consider. I'm kind of looking here just to see what needs to be done, and what can be done. I need to measure how thick that is, because you got to match the height of the wood. I think once you lay the floor down, it won't be so bad. Right now, it is very, very bad, extremely bad. So anyhow, let me know your thoughts. I do have to make a decision, because if I don't snag it, someone else will. That's what it comes down to. So until next time, everyone, give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Take care now. God bless you all. Wish me luck. Bye-bye now.